What's up, guys? I'm at SEMA at the Overland section this time. Introduce yourself to the world. Tell us what you got.
Hey campers, Justin from 230, and what we're looking at is our new LST fabric tent. This has been released now for a couple of months in the States, and I want to tell you a little bit about it and what makes it different, what makes it better. There's a lot of small stuff. I could spend the next 25 minutes going over those small details, but we're just going to cover a couple of the bits.
Yeah.
The first one that we're going to look at is the inside of the material is actually coated black. Now what that does, it reduces the internal temperature by about 15 to 20 degrees.
The black reduces the temperature? You would think it'd make it hotter, huh?
If we turned it upside down and we put the black to the outside, it would absorb light, and you bet it would make it much, much hotter. By putting it on the inside, the testing that we did, we got our old model tent. I didn't pick on a tent that had a black roof. I went and picked on our own tent. We got a temperature gun. We've got a video out there showing this as well. Hit the temperature gun, 111 degrees on our old tent, 90 degrees on the inside of this one.
Oh wow, so just the mere fact of flipping it is what really is the difference. Cool.
So this is actually a special 3-layer process. So it does a couple of things. It means that you can sleep in. Kind of important. I like to drink bourbon. I don't. Who likes to drink bourbon? Which means that I like to have a bit of a sleep in the morning. It allows me to do that. I don't wake up hot and sweaty.
That's important.
That's one of the first ones. The second one is what I got in my hands. Okay, so essentially what you're buying here is a bed. Tents on the top is important, it keeps you dry, but it's a bed. This was our old foam, 3-inch. You can't feel it, so you're gonna have to work with me and see it. And we're gonna stick this on the table. They're both 3-inch. This is our new Rebound foam, and I'm just gonna press the top of it for a minute. And what I want you to see is what happens and how long the recovery from side to side goes. Now we're not talking a big difference because I haven't done it for long. It's gone, my handprint is still disappearing. So this actually responds and rebounds much, much faster. So as you turn in the night, especially if you're a side sleeper, your hips aren't going to hit the bottom of the tent after 15 or 20 minutes. Now I'm not picking on anyone else's foam because there's a whole bunch of different stuff out there. So our old one versus our new one, this is better again, a new Rebound foam.
Nice, nice.
If you buy a rooftop tent, essentially what you're buying is a bed.
Yeah,
so,
it's a bed.
If you poke your head up inside there, you'll see we've got the lights on. Now we're at SEMA. You can see it's pretty bright out here. Inside there without the lights, you wouldn't even see the back wall of the tent.
Completely blacked out. Yeah, that's cool. Another important thing for sleeping in, you don't want to be woken up by the sun or the heat.
Those two things. So I see a lot of tents out there and they're funky colors. We know that color has an effect on the way that we feel. So if you change the color of the tent, you turn it orange or green or red or blue. Blue's a nice calming color. It's good. Orange, it's going to have some different effects.
Not for me.
Green's going to have some different effects. So the color choice of the tent does a couple of different things in the way that you feel. So we went with an earthy tone, but by changing to the LST fabric, it eliminates all of that.
You can put any color now, right?
Doesn't matter.
That's cool. I like it. Very cool. I might have to get your tent because I've been shopping around for rooftop tents. I moved to the Tahoe area, Reno, Tahoe.
Oh, you got a good spot.
And I'm going to do a lot of camping. And you're totally selling me on your guys' tent, man. That's awesome. I like that.
I could spend the next 20 minutes showing a whole bunch of other details in there that we do. But they're two of the key ones that really make a difference to how the tent's going to make you feel. And it's really hard for us to show it. People say, have you got a picture of it? Oh, I'm going to show you a picture of a black inside. Like, how do you show that off?
You can't show that off, So that's
why we put the lights up, so you get a better idea.
So for the folks that are watching my channel that are new to rooftop tents in general, what should they be looking for that you guys provide? It's better than the other guys. I mean, because you guys are top tier rooftop tent builder, right?
That is correct. And look, there's a couple of things that really I need to help educate everybody with, and it's all about the material choice. If the material is rated with a D, which means it's a 400D or a 600D, that means it's a denier rated material, which means that it's a polyester. It's not a good or a bad thing, but it just means it's 100% man-made product. It's not as abrasive resistant, it's not as insulative, and it flaps about a whole lot more. If your material is rated in a GSM, grams per meter, that means it's a canvas product. That means that it has an element of cotton. In our case, it's a 65-35 blend of cotton, canvas, all blended in together. And there's a whole bunch of products out there at the moment. If you look at one tent and you go, it looks the same as the other, yeah, they do. If you take a McDonald's plastic spoon and one from Costco, they both look the same, but are they the same? Not really. So that's where you got to look at. You can't just look at the picture, you've got to start looking at the finer details inside that picture. So when you do homework, the pictures, I could take some awesome marketing images, and I'm really lucky that we've got some photographers out there that do a fantastic job. But you need to look at the details, not just the picture.
Because you have your specs that they have to meet, right?
Correct. We have our quality control. We're really strict, and that was part of my trip, is to go through the QCs. I have an 8-page document of pictures. How this bar tack looks, how the stitching works, how that zipper runs, is the logo straight. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you've got to cover off on that I do, because we QC our own stuff. If you just insert your brand on a tent, and I've seen a couple here already, there's some new brands I
never heard of.
I know the company, but they have, not that they have no place, but it's not their area of expertise.
Sure.
230 is this stuff. I'm 18 years building tents, awnings, material products. I don't build bull bars, I don't build air mattresses, I don't build truck tops, I build tents. This is what I do. So make sure that you go to someone who has that area of expertise.
Yeah, that makes sense. Warranty?
2 years.
Two? Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Lifespan, expected anywhere from 5 to 10, really, if you look after it.
I guess it depends on how you care for it, right?
Correct. And that's the same. That does go the same for a whole bunch of stuff. If you look after it, it's going to look after you. Keep it dry. Make sure you store it well. Don't let it get too wet. It's just going to keep going and going and going.
Nice.
And there is some stuff that we do that is a little different. And again, from the outside, you wouldn't notice much. This little flap here in the middle, this is where the two halves of the tent come together. So what we do is, and this is where the experience comes in, our old model was about that thick. So it was just enough to cover that little flap. You'll see there's a bit of material hanging on the inside. That's the inside cover. We then reinforce that with PVC. And we've actually made that almost 6 inches wide. So it means the wind is not going to get underneath that and blow that up, and you're not going to get weather and bugs coming through this part.
Smart.
If you have a look at this little toggle here, now its job is not much. Its job is to hold the window closed. That's all it's there to do. We went to the effort of putting a bar tack, this little orange part. This is a reinforced stitch. If that comes out, to repair that is a pain, because you've got to take the whole tent skin off to get it fixed. If we reinforce that, it's going to limit the amount of chance of that actually popping out. And then when you start to go around the tent, you go, hang on, I see some more of these little orange tabs. So all the critical parts where critical stuff's attached, the fly, the toggle buttons, the awning ropes, all of those have got a reinforced stitch on them. So we just go that little bit extra step.
Nice. This is yours as well too, right?
So we do, this is our new Peregrine 270 awning. You're lucky enough that you're actually seeing the new light suppression as well. So, now, this is going to be really hard to show, and again, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best to help you out and show you. I'm going to turn my my trusty iPhone light on. Now, I'm going to drop this onto the top. Okay. Lights on.
Right here.
There we go.
Right there. You cannot see that light coming through.
Nothing at all.
That's awesome.
So this is not only light suppression, it's also UV suppression as well. So it's treated with a 3-layer process. So this has just arrived. This is our 5-arm awning. It covers 19 feet from front to back. Super easy to put up.
This is almost like a must-have now. I mean, because getting out of the sun or the rain, I mean, this does the job great, man.
UV, the weather, that's the part that's going to mess you up most. So if you protect yourself from those elements, on the edge of this, you'll see it's got a zipper.
That you can put walls.
Allows us to attach some walls.
So
we can enclose this whole thing up.
Nice. And I noticed it's strong enough to stand up without poles, but you do have poles, right?
There is poles attached to it. So if you put your walls in,
you're gonna need the poles down.
Keep the pressure up.
And they're just, if you look right here, guys, they're right here it is. You can see right here, it's just Velcroed in here. They're just Velcroed up if you don't want to use them. Very cool. Oh wow. Oh, look at that. The whole thing just slid out. That's cool. You want to talk about that?
I'm happy to talk about this.
Yeah, what do we got going on here?
My friends from Nut House Industries built this. It was built around the Raptor. They do make them for other trucks, but it was built around the Raptor. This has its own 25, 30 gallon water tank, lithium battery, pump, stove, refrigerator. This actually folds out.
Yeah, show us the whole thing there. Oh, look at that.
There you got your
Wow.
stove in there. And with the rack, you've just got the piece de resistance. There we go. That's us cooking. We're done.
That is cool, man.
Yeah, so it's self-sufficient, runs itself. It's hooked up via a panel that joins to the dual battery in the front. So this thing will run the fridge for 2 to 3 days. It runs the lights on the truck. It runs the light over the kitchen, and it makes my life easy.
You know what?
Camping is easy.
You know what I like about this? Like, you get your truck all set up. You get to camp. Boom! You're camping in like 4 minutes.
Yep.
I mean, you're ready to go.
Yep.
There's no real setup. I mean, just fold stuff out and you're good to go.
Well, and that's where I like the version of the Nut House Industries Expedition slide, because they did a nice enough job that even that fully loaded with water and everything, there's one small lever, with one hand.
Slide it all in. That's cool. How much is something like this going to sell for, roughly, ballpark?
It depends on what options you put in there, but it's about $6,500 to $7,000. Depends on what options. You know, you add the fridge on it. You can have a lithium battery, standard battery. So you've got some options. Partner stove versus no stove. So if you and look, really reach out to Nut House Industries.
Check out their website.
Check out their website. They'll tell you more about that. Do I love it? Absolutely. Have I bombed this thing across the desert at 60 mile an hour? Yes, I have. Did I break it? No, I did not.
It is a Raptor, guys. You got a Raptor, you're going to be ripping through the desert, and it's nice to know that this thing survived. That's cool. Very cool. Right on. Anything else you want to talk about since you got me?
So this is something, and this is something new for SEMA. New for SEMA and new for the truck. We've always used the Renegade bed cover. This is aluminum. It's built, it's solid, it's built strong enough that it can pull an ATV up onto the top of it.
Oh wow.
So this year, and this is brand new, Renegade covers have just introduced their new mission ready racks, and that's what we've got on the back here. So this one's the 20-inch version. You'll see it's got these little channel across the back there.
You see this in the airline industry, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, for cargo.
So that actually bolts to that channel, so I can use this for multi-purpose now. I can haul gear because that just bolts in there. I can haul my gear. Oh, hang on, get it locked in. There we go. So I can tie down to that. That allowed me to bolt my rack in. When they designed the mission ready rack, they allowed me multiple mounting options. In my case, I used one of the squares
I like that.
for my light. 2 of the square channel cutouts I've used for my Rotopax mounts up underneath there. You see up under the bottom?
Yep.
I used the headache rack. They built a headache rack. You'll see my gas bottle mounted to the front on the headache rack.
Man, this thing is kitted out, man. That is awesome.
And here's my little bit of funky. There we go. That's on remote control. So if my wife needs to get out and go to the bathroom, I can turn the lights off inside the tent without just pop. Pop. One of the square tubes, I use one tube, and I mounted my shovel, my axe. I have a second tube there if I'm planning to buy myself a new jack, maybe at the show. That might fit there, and attach to that second one. So this is built to cop anything that anything you can throw at it.
Yeah, I like that. Modular. It's really modular.
Super modular, super adaptable. It gives you the perfect base to do anything you want. This will hold 900 to 1,000 pounds. This will hold 500 to 600 pounds. Far more than a tent's going to throw at it, that's for sure.
I've seen a couple styles that are like this, but yours looks the beefiest so far.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
The guys from Renegade Covers did an awesome job of this.
That's
they really
cool.
did do a nice job. They thought about it, they tested it, they engineered it. This is actually made from one piece.
Oh wow.
And if you try and find the folds and the bends, you're hard pressed. So,
nice.
This has been really good. And it just ties into what I've built. You know, we built an overland rig that wasn't your normal overland rig.
Let's step back and enjoy this Raptor here.
Raptor,
Yeah, so tell the guys the base vehicle, Raptor SVT Ford, right?
Yep. So it's a 2013 6.2 liter, naturally aspirated. I haven't done anything.
The
to the
big
engine.
V8.
The big
yeah,
V8.
that's what I'm talking
You
about.
see the 2 3-inch side pipes down the side. I like the sound.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Nothing wrong with the V6 twin turbo. I mean, EcoBoost is okay.
The EcoBoost is good.
But this sounds like a man's truck, right?
Thank you. It does. Yeah. It does.
Nice.
We went with the Icon suspension.
Yeah.
Icon top control arms, remote res, stage 5, 6, 7 on the back. It's got multiple adjustment, rebound adjustment.
Nice.
It's got the hydraulic bump stops. It has the crossovers in the back to keep the chassis from getting stretched out. This is a trophy truck in disguise.
I was just gonna say, man, this thing can probably jump like nobody. Man.
You know
That's
what?
Awesome.
I've only tested a little bit.
Yeah. Look at.
Only tested a little bit. On the front, we've got the ICI bumpers, the ICI steps, Vision X. Run their light bar. As well as if you look in the back, I've got some fogs and spreads tucked in behind the bar. So it's kind of subtle.
Yeah.
Because this rig's about, as I said, even though it's loud, I kind of make it as subtle as I can.
I think you're past that point, man.
I think you're right.
Right on.
Yeah.
Cool. That is an amazing rig, man. I love it. This is actually kind of the style I'm going after. I was just telling there's 2 guys we were talking to over there. They said, hey, you've done all these shows. What do you like? You like that? You like the trailers? What do you like? I kind of like the idea of a truck, because then I can drive it pretty much every day if I wanted to. But then still carry everything in the back, get to the spot, camp, boom. I mean, it's ready to go.
I picked the Raptor as a platform, and if you think about it, there's plenty of gear available for them. There's plenty of suspension. We're starting to see some bed covers and racks and options come out for it. It's got the horsepower. It's comfortable. It fits me and the family. I just drove back from Canada. No problem. I went to Expo East, 35 hours in the truck.
Wow.
I didn't get a sore butt. I did it comfortably. You can buy this as a platform now. They're coming down in price, like 35 grand. Base truck 35. You get everything. It's got one button in it, and this is the one that I like most. And come around
Let's go check it out.
I need to show you. This is my fun stick. All right. Some of you may recognize this, but you look inside there, you'll see there's one little extra lever in there.
What the heck?
So because we do like to drive this thing, and I do drive it hard. That is the hydraulic ebrake.
Like a drift car.
Like a drift car. So because we do play in the desert and the mountains, and sometimes it gets tight and twisty, that helps to just assist in the cornering, you might say. Brings it around.
That's awesome.
So in there we've got the Garmin Overlander with our HF radio.
Let me get a close-up on that. So there's a closer look at that hydraulic e-brake. Just drifts this sucker, man. That's crazy. Yeah, awesome.
So all out, as I said, for us, it's for us it's the perfect rig. I don't know what your perfect rig is. For me,
this is close to it.
It's all the boxes.
Right on. All right, so thank you for an awesome booth review, education on your tents. Like I said, I'm pretty much sold on 23.0 for sure. Let's end this with websites and little shout outs to everybody.
All right, shout outs. So there's so many. So obviously 230.com, that's the tent, the awning. Renegadecovers.com, they do the bed cover and the rack. Icon suspension, Vision X lights, Method race wheels. That's the wheels we chose.
I met those guys at Overland.
Big British tires, a special thanks to Hillside Tire because they help me to keep this thing going when I don't get the time. That's just, I hope I haven't forgotten anybody because there's just so many that
the slide out thing.
Nut House Industries.
Nut House,
thank you. So that covers most of the stuff.
Cool. All right on. So there you go, guys. You never know what you're going to see at SEMA, and this year they're doing it big with all Overland stuff. It's amazing. Thanks a lot.